Hello and welcome back. This is Gara, the new frame that everyone is kind of loving at the moment. She is described as an unstoppable, unbreakable frame that is the defender of the plains of Eidolon or Cetus and its people. Debatable. Anyway, let's move on to the abilities. First one is Shattered Lash. Launch out with a stream of shattered glass or hold for an arcing strike. Honestly, this is pretty good as a last resort CC if there's something near you that you don't want to be particularly close to you. For up to about level 50 to 60 it's pretty good at damage, but beyond that it's just funny to use. Splintered Storm. Gara's armour splinters into a maelstrom of shattered glass that slices enemies and impairs their weapons. Allies who contact the cloud are fortified against damage. Now with Just Intensify, this will give you a 90% damage mitigation, which is beyond useful for Gara because she is squishy as shit. So do take note of trying to keep this up at all times. It does become quite easy at one point, and I'll show you why. This is without Shattered, you're just dead. Specterage. Crap enemies in a carousel of mirrors, forcing them to attack visions of their true selves. Destroyed mirrors damage their attackers, as does the collapse of the carousel. Useless. Like, really useless. Good for a quick bit of CC. They attack the mirrors, and then, yeah, boom, done, bye. Mass Vectrify, create an expanding ring of molten glass that slowly crystallizes enemies who enter. When the expansion is complete, the ring hardens to block weapon fire. Using Shattering Lash will smash the ring, sending razor sharp pieces of glass out. So, like it explained, you send it out, it freezes them, or you can use it as a shield. And unlike Frost's Globe, the blast damage from bombards doesn't go through, so it acts a little bit more like Volt's shield. Also, one to note, if you have Splinter Storm up, casting Mass Vectrify resets the duration. So yeah, you don't actually have to continually cast Splinter Storm to keep it active. You just press 4 and this will reset it automatically without having for you to waste that precious energy. As well as, while channeling your 4th ability, you are invulnerable. Your health bar greys out, so you can't be killed, which is bloody useful. In general as well, although the cast animation is sped up by natural talent, etc, honestly I don't really see a point. Her one ability is a one-handed cast, so it doesn't interrupt reloads or anything, as well as her 2 ability, and both of which have pretty quick cast times anyway. 3rd ability, I'm afraid I haven't tested it because I don't really use it that much. I don't actually see a point, but you know, and then with the 4th ability being, well, you're immortal, I don't see a point in trying to speed up her casting animations. Now when it comes to excavations, purely because nullifiers don't get rid of your Mass Vectrify shield. They uncrystallize the affected enemies, but they don't get rid of the shield, which is bloody useful, particularly in corpus defenses. Having a Gara along with a Frost is amazing, and I'm saying along with a Frost because the shield she puts up will keep enemies at bay for a decent duration. However, terrain is literally her biggest enemy. If there's a way for enemies to shoot over it, get over it, shoot under it, or get under it, they can and they will. Terrain is her biggest problem. On a nice flat area, you are golden. You can literally shoot through this shield all day. As well as the fact the shield actually gives you a nice little bit of a damage buff when your projectiles go through them. So that's nice. As well as her Splinter Storm, it gives you another damage buff, so using Mass Vectrify and Splinter Storm in conjunction with each other, and you do have a pretty hefty damage buff, which is lovely. Because to be honest, as a herself as a damage dealer is not too great. She's good at CC and she's good at controlling area points due to the usage of her. 3 kinda, 4 mostly. She can tank quite a bit using her 2 ability. You just need an Intensify will get you there. I think the max that you actually, it caps out at like 25%. So Intensify is useful for that. However, you can go above and beyond that because it will increase the damage multiplier that you get from both Splinter Storm as well as Mass Vectrify. Hitting Mass Vectrify with your 1 makes it go boom, obviously, whether it be just the poke or the swipe will make it go boom. The main effect of that is the knockback. It does do quite a nice knockback, however, as an actual damage dealing effect, not too much. Damage wise, she pretty much caps out at about level 60, so she does have an issue with scaling. Anyway, there are lots of builds for this. I've gone for one that sort of balances all of them, so I've got Prime Continuity, Prime Flow, Overextended, Vitality, Narrow-Minded, Fleeting Expertise, Streamline and Blind Rage. Obviously this will seem a little bit wacky to a lot of people because there's a lot of pluses and negatives on these mods, but it does work and it does put everything into the green quite effectively. Anyway, that's me. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you pretty darn soon. Ta-ra! Into the light I command thee.